So, good evening, everybody, once again. Welcome to Tab Week. Happy Tab Week, everybody. And today is day 5, and we'll be having our Q&A session as part of the activities in Tab Week. So, series of questions came in, and we'll be treating them tonight. And we believe our special guest to help us go through this. We have a special guest to also be taking this question. Her name is Rita Ukoh from Nigeria, but not in Nigeria at the moment. So Rita Ukoh is a dynamic and purpose-driven psychologist, serial volunteer, first aider, entrepreneur, and humanitarian with strong commitment to public health and sustainable development. As a public health specialist, she combines her psychological experts with evidence-based health strategies to address mental and physical health challenges in undeserved communities. Rita is passionate. She's a passionate global advocate for United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, championing issues around good health and well-being, gender equality, and reduce inequalities. Her work bridges the gap between grassroots impact and global advocacy, influencing policies and actions through education, outreach, and community engagement. Her role as a psychologist, she provides psychosocial support and mental health interventions that prioritize emotional well-being and resilience, especially in vulnerable populations. Her insights in human behavior enhance their ability to design compassionate and holistic health solutions. As an entrepreneur, Rita leads with innovation and social impact, building initiatives that are both sustainable and social responsible. A dedicated first aider and community mobilizer, she has volunteered in countless initiatives, offering her time, knowledge, and leadership to improve lives. Rita Ukoh continues to inspire transformation through her multi-sectoral approach, combining psychology, public health, advocacy, and entrepreneurship to promote human dignity and advance global development agenda. So, dear family, help me, join me in welcoming Rita Ukoh. Welcome, welcome. Let's see your face. Thank you for having us tonight.
Hi everyone. I'm happy to be here. And I hope this section is not going to be like tense. It's going to be like a very easy section that will just be like humans talking to each other. Like nobody has like high profile and the rest. All the high profile she said, we're just going to have like one-on-one interaction. And I hopefully we get the impact and the question you people ask. And at least every day we learn. So there's room to learn every day. So we should stay and enjoy.
Thank you
Thank
very
you for
much.
having me.
It's so good to have you here. I'm excited, probably more excited than even those that asked the question. So let's go in immediately. So the first question we have here is, how do you differentiate between genuine love and emotional attachment?
So most of all these questions are very tricky. And as a human being, you have to find a way to be able to sit back. Anytime you want to make a decision, you have to sit back. Always used to say it. Count up to 10 times before you know what is happening. So this question now, I'll just give a plain example. So let's just say attention is like you needing your phone charger. So imagine your phone wants to die. You need your phone charger. You know that the charger, let's just say that if your battery dies, this attention is like you needing your phone charger. But genuine love is like going outside. It's a rainy day in Lagos, it's snowing in Russia, and you notice, or any part of the world, and you see the sunlight and you look at it, but you know that you don't need it like to survive. So the attention, you can feel like, okay, I cannot do without someone. You panic. You feel like, oh, what's happening? You have to have self. See, there's another thing again. It can be self-centered, more about how will you feel? How does this person value you? You feel some another thing is like fear of boundary. Fear is another thing that people don't know. I'm so scared. Oh, I have to be in this relationship. Oh, and another thing again, conditional. I love you, but you have to make me feel good. If you're always there for me, genuine love most times have respect. That's one thing I would say. Support. It has care. It has, you see, it's so stress free. Yes, we can have like lapses, but it's calm. It's just like you listening to a calm movie song. It feels like you miss everything. Jealousy is minimized. It's always minimized. Acceptance. You love them for who they are, the flow, and you don't even judge them. Empowerment. We should always talk about empowerment, because if you don't have empowerment, how can the person grow? Encouraging the best side of the person, pursuing your goals. So it should be something that you can pursue your goal, you feel strong together. If the person is a woman now, you're looking at the person that, yes, but you feel strong together, unconditional. Mostly you feel in love. Even things are tough and they disappear with you. You don't feel like, what's happening? The simple task you can tell yourself is, this person needs a space to grow sometimes for importance, even if it means like time for you. Sometimes it can be like you just need to move out from the safe zone and be like, okay, the person is not calling you. You have to learn towards love. You have to look at the person like, I don't need to be attached to this person. Yes, you love the person, but you have to have like a step back to know that, oh, this person is doing what the person likes. And you have to just be, you have to not be clingy. Yes, you can call the person, but when you have like bruise and like communication, oh, this is this, have a schedule, and the person knows your schedule, you just feel it flow like you're a human being. I hope I answered
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first.
Speaking of attachment, that's one of the things we even want to treat in tab next month, because I found out that there are different types of attachment, and some persons, they don't know that they are in these different types of attachment. Some people are very clingy. Some people, they may not really be clingy. They are detached because of they feel like they fall in love with you, there will be problem. So they just separate themselves from it. So like you said, and all, but genuine love is actually calm, right? You are not always panicking, you're not just feeling like you have an identity without, even when they're not present. But emotional attachment, you are nobody. You don't feel like you're somebody if they're not there. And all. So you explained it. I hope the person got that and just took notice of the key, you were because you were highlighting them, to take notice of the difference of what genuine love is. So instead of focusing rather on just emotional attachment, identify what genuine love is, so that when it's looking like what it is not this, you know that there's something wrong. So the
You
next
take a step back.
Yes.
Mhm.
So the next question here is, how can somebody learn to love themselves after years of neglect or low self-worth?
Okay, for me, start small. You need to be patient. You need to see, it will not, it's like you running a marathon without training. You understand? You just have to start small. It's like, now I just stand up here. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to run. Yes, it's not an easy journey. Like self-love is like a muscle you build. You don't go to the gym. When you just go to the gym and the next thing you have like your six pack. It's something that you have to just start small. Talk to yourself. If you have a best friend, like let's just say if you have a best friend, will you say harsh word to the person every day you see the best friend? You replace words like I am stupid with okay, that did not work, but what can I learn? Identifying your low self-worth, understanding why you feel like that. Social media is another thing that you have to just be careful, because most times maybe you just popped into something, you just read, you Google, and these days AI makes things not easy for you. Maybe you Google it, the next thing they just tell you the negative part, the negative part. You have to, like I will say again, patient for self-care. You don't rush into things, setting boundaries. You just have to know how to say no to things that drain you or people that disrespect you. It is something that we emotionally we don't know when to as in like setting boundaries. You just have to sometimes you just have to like now self-care, eat well, move your body in ways you enjoy. If you don't know how to dance, learn how to dance. Some people be like, "Oh,
Can
I'm
you
an
use this
introvert."
side to
I say,
call me
"Please
out?
just come out from your." It's not easy, but you have to step out from your comfort zone. Celebrate your tiny wins. As in, if you even walk, you walk like you walk from your bedroom to your kitchen and you made noodles. Be like, "Whoa, I'm doing it." Celebrate it, acknowledge it, because the little wins you do, it's going to speak volume to your body. Another thing you can say again, you seek for support. I always put it at the ending. Yes, you're going to seek support. You're going to talk to a trustworthy friend, like this brand here. Thank God she's here. So she's somebody that you people, and this is very good because now we don't know who is talking, but it's something like you talk to people that you know that speak positive to you. You go to therapists, and therapists, we don't know therapists. Most people go to church, but you have to be very careful with church. You should not allow somebody, I don't know how to, I don't like talking based on church, but you just sing. You don't need, you have to be your own person, yes. But when it comes to a point that you need support, seek it. Seek it. Therapy alone is very powerful because I will use it again. They don't judge you. You can be clear with what is happening to you. And don't forget, celebrate your tiny wins. That is something. Do not look at the next person and judge the person. You don't know. The same way that you're looking at the next person, you don't know what the person is going through. Celebrate the tiny wins. It should be so tiny that when you even make a cup of tea, celebrate it. Oh wow, I can make a cup of tea in the big jug. Now I can hold it. It is the tiny, say, it's the tiny drop of water that makes what?
An ocean.
A tiny drop of water makes what?
An ocean,
An
an ocean.
ocean.
Yeah.
So that's what I hope I did answer the person's
Okay,
question.
I don't know if you can hear us clearly.
Thank
Can
you.
you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you hear me speak?
Yes, I hear.
Okay, let me know if you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Mm,
Okay,
yes.
okay. Because it was cracking for a while. The network.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. The network was interrupting for a while, so
I can hear you.
mm. Please, can somebody else say something? Let me know if it's from my side or from hers.
Yes, yes.
Hello, we can hear you.
Okay. So, yes, we heard what you said concerning celebrating our little wins, because this particular question, when it comes to loving yourself after years of neglect, I think one thing I will always tell people is to go back to when you feel that there was no trouble in the world, when you were a little child and you were not thinking about what will I be when I grow up and all that kind of thing. Go back to those times, go back to what you used to do. I used to make sure that I go back to songs that made me happy.
Can you hear me too?
Yes, I can hear you.
The network is glitchy.
To the extent that sometimes I even go back to Destiny K's song. I don't know who knows Destiny K's songs. If you can hear me clearly, you can just use Maybe a clap button or something. Let me know. Okay, okay, thank you. So the next question, thank you, thank you. The next question is, can healing and romantic relationship happen at the same time, or should healing come first? Can we hear her, or is just me?
Oh, we can't hear.
Let me send her a message. I think she's having network issues, and or probably let me send for her to rejoin. Okay, so while we are waiting for her network to come up, this particular question is, can healing and romantic love happen at the same time? Okay, just for me, I would say that you should actually take your time to actually process your feelings, your emotions, go through everything that happened. I believe so much in journaling. Journaling. That was why I said we should even do a note to self. If you notice, I do a lot of write up to myself personally, because if is one of the process in the healing journey, every psychologist or therapist will advise that you do a lot of journaling, because you may not be able to say something, but when you pen down things, you're able to pour out your emotions, right? So you should take time to actually heal, not just because you want to enter into another relationship. Heal for your own self. That's another thing I will tell. Don't, because you are saying heal before you deal, heal before you do this one, heal before you remove the deal from it, remove the relationship, heal for yourself. Heal because you want to find out who you are. Heal because you love you. Heal before when God said let there be light, there was you in a particular industry, there was you in a particular place, there was you on the world, there was you because God wanted to just show off. That's what people don't understand. If when God wanted to show off, he said, okay, I'm looking for this devil has been doing so many things on this earth. Let me show off. He created you. So, and by the time you understand that you are a show off, that's what people, when you're here for your glory, I will do everything. Is show off God was trying to do, and he want to show you off. You get. So heal for yourself, because you want to identify who you were before the relationship came that broke you. And when you can do that, let's say like 80%, then you can start considering entering into another relationship. Have a goal. If it's 1 year, if it's 6 months, where you want to be in the next 6 months, when you want to see yourself in the next 6 months, have it. Have a conversation with yourself, write it down. This is what I want to do for myself. This is the place I want to get to in that time, right? So when you do that, you cannot be able to consider entering into another relationship, honestly speaking, because you the process of healing is not what's the word now, linear. Sometimes you think you've already overcome something, a trigger will come and you remember something that the person did to you, or something will just happen, look like you're going back to square one. So when you heal for yourself, and when you know that healing is a journey, you know that if you get to another 80%, yes, we can now start considering another person. and that other person will know that you're on that same journey of fully becoming whole. And I think somebody asked that question. I think, how much can you actually share to your partner? And we'll get to that about being vulnerable. But it's when you now get to like 80%, let me say 85%, you can now start considering. And the wholeness is not, it means that you have the 80% covered triggers. If the 80% did not cover triggers, you better just chill for a while. The 80% should cover triggers and cover certain things. Let's say the 15% cannot be, let me use what's the of the word now, can be remembering things. The 80% should cover triggers. The 80% should cover talking about it, reminiscing about it. If you have not gotten to the part where you cannot reminisce, you have not stopped reminiscing about something that broke you, you have not fully healed. Healing happens at the point where you actually accept what happened to you. You've let it go. You've find peace with yourself. You're not in a journey to finding who you are. You stop talking about the thing, reminiscing about it, going through it every time in your head, and even if speaking with people. You cannot say a statement without going through it again. If so, there's a breach there, it means there's something that there's a breach you have not covered in that area of healing. Especially if the things you're talking about is the it's okay for you to talk about things that made you angry, but if you are speaking, that's another thing. It's not just that you want to teach it for a lesson, or you're not teaching it from a place of pain and anger and bitterness. It's one thing for you to talk about something that made you, that you just remembered and it came and you ease it, and it's another thing to speak about it from a place of bitterness and anger. There's problem. So um you cannot use it to actually get enter into another relationship. You bleed on that person. You bleed on that person. Most times when the person do something you think is your ex that still offended you, and you will not be able to separate the new person in relationship with the ex. It even happens to people that had ladies, or even men that had issues with their dad. So ladies that had issue with their dad, when their spouse do something to them, they always feel that they are speaking to their father, and before the man land, they have attack. Another way of your 80% must cover, your 80% must cover attack mode, defensiveness. If it has not covered defensiveness, attack mode, you need to still chill before you enter the next one. Honestly, you need to still chill. So we're about 30 minutes gone, and we need to run through this question while she still joins us. We hope she actually joins us back. She's having network issues. Maybe she should join us, let me audio, right, instead of video, since the video is giving problem. Just a minute. Okay, so the next question, I hope that was able to answer that question. If it was, you can just react with thumbs up or an emoji or something, so that I will know that we've covered that, or if you want us to go into it. Then the next question, what if healing feels like loneliness instead of peace? Mm. If I've been honest, there are some journey that you have to go on, and you cannot take anybody along with you. You cannot even take your sibling or your parents with you on that journey. Especially when it comes to the part of healing, you have to go through it alone. I think that was the part, um what's the word, Ruth had to take when she lost her husband. It was either she was going to remain with her people, or she followed Naomi. And Ruth knew that if she want to part, although and at that moment she said, I will serve your God, your people will be my people. At that moment, if you look at it deep, that was a healing statement. At that moment, you are ready to drop what the pain that you had in that land and forge to a new destination that you unknown of, you don't know about. A new destination. My people will be your people, your God will be my God. God, I'm dropping this pain. Your plans is what I want for myself. Is a conversation. Your dreams is what I want for myself. Is a conversation. Ruth had to go on that journey without her sister. She had to do all those things. All those times she was on the field working, it was a process alone. So at that moment, there's just definitely some path you have to take, and it may look like it's lonely, but if I'm being honest with you,
Sorry, I'm back. Can you hear me?
yes, thank God. We are even
My phone just started, my laptop just started rebooting. I'm so sorry.
it's fine. At least we saw your lovely face before, so everybody can know how you look like. So we're speaking about it. We are already in if healing feels like what if healing feels like loneliness instead of peace?
Um, is it can healing and romantic, or where
No,
are
no,
you?
no. What if healing feels like loneliness instead of peace?
Okay. Oh, you have gone far.
It's just the fourth one. So let me just so I'll go through the next question. Oh, I don't know if you yes. So I was sharing that at a point there are some journey you have to actually take on your own. It will feel lonely, but it is necessary. Is when you have actually um find yourself to a particular extent that you can bring anybody. And the same thing happened to Joseph. It happened to Joseph. If Joseph was going to save his people, he had to leave Israel to go to Egypt, even if it looked like he was sold and all those kind of things. If you read the story carefully, there was something Joseph did that he put the cup in his brother's sack to see if they have changed or not. If Joseph was not healed from the betrayal that they did at that time when he even saw them, normal human being would just lock them up straight up, just lock all of them for what they did. But he did not do that because all those time that Joseph was in the prison, if he was going to come out as if he was going to come out as Zafinat Fenaya, what's the word now? What was he given? Is he emperor or something? He had to forgive. You cannot move from prisoner to palace, from prison to palace without forgiveness. It's just the truth. You cannot hold a crown when you've not let go of burdens. And one of the burdens is forgiveness, still holding things. So at that time he was there and he was lonely. It was it was just something else. So if when healing start feeling like you are lonely instead of giving you peace, you need to reframe your mindset because sometimes it's a mind thing. You need to reframe the mindset. And again, you need to surround yourself with people that matter. If you're going through a healing process and it's not looking like it's no longer giving you peace, it's not looking like twist of fate, this Indian movie, look for your circle of people that will affirm you that at this point you need to go through this healing. Honestly speaking, that will make sure that they remind you of who you are at this point, that you need it. So the next question, let's try and be fast, is you I think this one is still for me, but let's
Oh,
give it to
um, the healing again is, why I still want to. You have to facing yourself. You have to face yourself, and you have to know the in between.
yeah.
Healing, you have to feel very loud. Navigate anything that you know. Your trusting process, you have to know how you trust. Face it and know what lasts forever. Your peace has to come first. So if this your healing process, why I chipped in, it is something that is very common that people neglect.
Yeah.
And you're neglecting it is where it turns out to be something that it sometimes you can't just turn back because you just feel that, oh, maybe if it's me, maybe if it's me, maybe it is me. So you have to seek a different connection. You have to be able to know what is the solution. It might not be you, but you just be open to know what is happening.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You can and be able to trace back what, like do a lot of tracing why you are feeling this particular, it calls for self-awareness. If I'm being honest, healing calls for self-awareness, to just know you more than you even know other people, if I'm being honest. Then how do you truly, how do I know if I'm truly ready for a healthy relationship? That's the next question.
Okay. So you're confident of being alone. You understand? You don't need a relationship to feel whole happiness. You don't need a relationship to feel like, oh, this is what's happening. So you know your worth first. You know your worth, you tolerate, you know what you're doing, you know how to manipulate what is happening to you. Because I used to always say it. If you don't work on yourself, do not bring another person to suffer. Because you have not healed. For instance, now you have not healed from your bleed wound. You have not gone to the hospital to cover the bandage, and you want to bring somebody to come and what will I say? Come and babysit the wound. If the person holds you here, you might scream. Why are you holding me here? Because you have not healed. You have to know what you need in communication. Have you known how to set boundaries? Have you known how to have attention to health, as in like, good, what do I need? Do you know what it comes to your own space? Oh, this is my space. This is the person's space. What are you even looking for? Is it a survivor project? What is there you're looking for? Are you going to meet that person that, oh, okay, I can use this person now? You have to just see, it has to come with you first. Being alone, I'm still saying it. You have to know how comfortable can you be when you are alone. Some people cannot be alone. They have to date. It's like a trigger. Oh, I'm breaking up with this person. I have to date. Oh, I'm breaking. So they don't even look at what happened to the past relationship. They don't even heal. They are not even paying attention. Oh my God, people are getting married on Saturday. What is it? It turns to a project. It's not like, oh, it becomes like survivor project. I need to date. If I don't date, there's something. So they're not even looking at their heartbreak. They're not even checking. Do I know how to communicate? Do I know what is boundary? Do I even pay attention to health? That's one thing we are forgetting, because now there are younger generation now that are having BP. We are seeing people taking BP drug 20 years because they neglected it. They are not healed. They don't know even good health. So how can you give the next person good health? So these are things you have to know before you're stepping into, oh, okay, yes, I'm ready for it. How do you feel so comfortable? It's not that you're selfish, but how comfortable are you when you are not dating? How do you communicate with people? Are you respectful? Charity begins at home before you bring somebody to your own space. Because in this world, these are two, see, there are two, we are two opposite sex, yes. So imagine these two opposite sex. Everybody is thinking how they are thinking. Everybody now, the okay, where we are now, Nigeria, imagine how the person, most times I'm always saying our mental health is not like solid. But because we just feel that you can't shout out in Nigeria that, oh, there's something wrong with me. When I'm talking to somebody, the person hurts my heart. It hurts me. It hurts me. When you say that kind of thing, they'll be like, shebi you decolo. They just look at you that you have to be strong, you have to be strong, you have to be strong. So the next thing, you start looking for somebody, start looking for a spouse. And that spouse too, maybe that person too has not even known, the person is still not healed. The person has not even known how to communicate. So all those things you have to, especially this boundary and needs, communication needs again. I stress it, communication needs, because this day, if you don't communicate, the person is nothing except it's the devil now that is entering your heart to know what you need. If you don't communicate, even a baby, the baby will say, "Mommy, I want water. Mommy, I need this." You teach them. The same way that if you go to God, if you go to Jesus Christ, you cry to him with faith. He listens to you. He knows what you want, but he said, "Knock, and the door shall be open to you." You look at somebody, you have not even knocked to. You are just doing one kind of crooked knocking. And you feel that, this person has to know me. My communication, I don't like this. I don't like that. So these are all the things. If not, you will continue feeling guilty. You continue feeling, there will just be drama that you will feel exhausted. Your kindness will be taken for granted. You will just be drained. And at the ending, it's our health too. It's our health. These days, if you through the medical field now, a lot of people now are going into depression. A lot are taking drugs. What is happening to them? Because they have issue back from home, their relationship from office. They have not set the boundary. They don't know how to separate it. I hope this we have to be brief
Yeah.
in this so I hope this can.
It's you took it off, you took it to the roof. So I'm not even going to make any comment to that. I believe that actually covered it all. So the next question is, what is your perspective concerning spanking as a type of discipline to a child, and should it be encouraged?
Okay. So now this question is very tricky. So as a type of discipline, should you encourage it? In many cultures like now in Africa, speaking is like common in discipline and child. However, a child's well-being can be involved in this aspect. I can say cultural trends like you deeply roots. I have to use our root in Africa, which means spanking in discipline and respecting our obedience and the rest. For me, we should just have, yes, once in a while you can tell the child, you do this, you raise your two hands and tell the child, go and do that. But another thing, physical harm again. Because maybe the parent is suffering one kind of abuse and the person can blank out and beat that child and don't know what is happening. Emotional trauma again can be involved. So if you feel this like spanking, where it comes, that's why I used our cultural trait in this, because it's still going to go way back. They say, our parents beat us, they dealt with us and this. But guess what? Emotional trauma. So people cannot even stand their parents because of it. But will you say that on spanking, sometimes spanking works? Yes, it does. But how do you spank? You use your two finger up and you tell a child, look at, when you say, look at my two finger, one, two, you have to have like the same thing again, boundary, know how to communicate with the child. You should not say it's not from day one, you'd be like, oh, you spoil the child. For me, spanking um can be seen as something that you can do, but not like using objects. You're spanking the child like the child is your enemy. You're spanking the child like the child is the one that brought the curse upon the person's self. We have like places that we have like things that like the naughty corner. We have like a lot of things that you can help. But do not forget one thing. Some people say your child is your friend. Mm-mm. Your child should know that you are the parent. That's one thing we forget. How does your child talk to the friend? Your child can hit the friend on the head. But you, as a parent, you have to be firm. Your child has to know your word. And that is why you have to work on yourself too. Being a parent too is not a day job. If your child wants to be an example, you want to put your child as an example, you have to work on yourself too. So that your child will see, oh, that this my daddy, my mommy.
When my mommy say no, it is no. We are prone to do mistake. But you don't just look at the child that, oh, I'm one silly person. When they say, I beg go, the way you talk to the child, how do you expect the child? Naughty corner cannot work for that child. And that's why you do force. And the next thing, the child becomes afraid of you. And when somebody is afraid of you, the next thing, the person starts looking for safe zone. And where can safe zone be found? Number one, safe zone can be found with internet these days. Safe zone can be found with friends that can teach this child another thing. But when the child looks at you like, what I have done for mommy to be angry, for daddy to be angry, okay, for a 2-year-old child or a 1-year-old child, you say, naughty corner, every small thing, naughty corner, and you use the F word. You are just one person that is so careless. What do you expect? But you say this thing, you raise your two finger up and you tell the child to stop it. Stop it. One, two. Before you get to the second finger and you have eye contact, that's why our African home is a form of disrespect to look at your parents in their eye. But guess what? In the Western world, you look at the
Yeah.
person in the eye. So when the person
Possession.
looks at you in the eye, only your body language has told the person that, this person can kill me. Oh. The child will listen. So I'm still saying it in the aspect of Africa. We are from Africa. I'm still saying it that now we can modernize it, but your child is not your friend. You are the child's parent. You are the person that is training the child. And with God again, we are just humans. With God again, God can help you. Your child can be okay. Because like me, I would say my father, my father trained me, has never spanked me. But when my father raised his finger up and he says, stop it, you just know that you're supposed to stop. You'll be so quiet because my dad was a role model that you look at him, he achieved. He was like the man that I knew that this is how a man has to be. My father always told me, this is your what? Be like this, do like this. I always talk about him. My father is always the one person that is like, you have to be like this, you have to be like this, you have to be like this. You're a princess, eat well, be like this, be like this. So when that person that has shown you love has done everything for you. That is why in this life, before you go into relationship, going into marriage and the rest, this is another thing. If you cannot provide for your child, if you cannot be better than your parents, how do you want your child to look at you? If your father that is the one that when you say, daddy, I need this, and your dad is giving you the best. I told Ifunanya one time that when we go to the mall, the supermarket, my father is always saying, pick the best for her, take the best. Those shop people will be like, this man used to spoil his children. Oh. This man used to spoil, but my father used to always say, if daddy can do this for you, you should know that I have set the boundary for you. You will work hard. You will respect the man that you're going to marry. But you should know that this is not for somebody giving you this is not love. Is the person is not ruling you. And that's why I used to always say that there are some things you see it as is normal. Do I appreciate my dad 100%? I appreciate him because I saw how he was working. Do I appreciate my mom 100%? Because they're the ones that showed you that this is what you need. You don't need to lack. So when somebody has already set that boundary, why would you want to hurt the person? Before you wake up, you already know that I need to tidy, and this thing has carried me far. I cannot leave my bed not done because I know, oh, if my parents come to the room, they will be mad. I find ways to please my parents, and it's not in a negative way. It's not that I'm scared of them, but it's just little way of showing appreciation that these people have done so much for me. Why will I disrespect them? So that's I hope if I want to talk about this, I'll continue talking about it.
All right. Thank you so much for covering. I believe the person I was trying to check the time. So I want to send a new link. So please let's rejoin with this new link because the it's about to expire. So please let's rejoin with this new link immediately, please. Thank you.